Here is how I made this carousel YouTube shorts that I shared earlier. If you didn't see, it's basically YouTube shorts, but you shuffle or you view them from left to right or from sideways or carousel. Okay, so instead of the usual vertical browsing, you scroll from left to right. So here is how I made it. First of all, let's start with the inspiration. I got the inspiration from this UI. It's from, I think, iOS. I don't know which iOS, but it was from iPhone 3G or 3G. So where you could shuffle from left to right your tracks, just like an actual library. Okay, it's like a skeuomorphism kind of design, and I liked it. I also saw it on iPods some time back, and the design is very simple. So this is how I made it. First of all, I started with the SketchUp, the mock-up of how I wanted it, and I wanted, just like you see it here on the iPhone, I wanted the main video to be the front, and then the other videos, the next videos, to be the ones on the right side, and then the ones that you viewed on the left side, sorry. So, and then they go from small, big, bigger, biggest to main. Okay, and the reason for that is this shows perspective. So the smaller ones shows perspective, that is far from, of course, the biggest one or the nearest one, and then the tinier, the bigger it becomes, the nearer it is to the main video, the active video. So it's just perspective. Same thing with here. In real life, if you look at if you have an actual library and you plan things out, you arrange things out, that's how they're going to look. The tiny ones will look like they're far, and then the bigger ones will be nearer. Okay, so that's just perspective. So after that, so this is the current YouTube Shorts UI. As you can see, it looks like TikTok, but unfortunately, because of the YouTube Shorts, or the mobile dimension, it's not able to fill the whole screen on your desktop. So it leaves out blank spaces, in quote, white spaces, real estate, or black spaces, which I feel like we could actually add something to them. That's why I came up with now this concept where instead of a blank space, we could actually add previous videos and upcoming videos so that users can preview them. Okay, so how did I start? This whole thing, the whole concept of this is made from this. Okay, this is where the trick is and the magic is. As you can see, this here is not an image, it's a video. So it's a component and has three variants or variables. I guess one of those. I confused the two. So the first one is the main video, the active one, the way it will look. I think it's 16 by 9 or 9 by 16 dimension, the mobile view. And then the other one here is now the previous video, and then the after. Okay, so the trick is, this is a normal rectangle like that one, which represents this, and then this other one is the same rectangle, but I just used the pen tool and I resized it. Okay, and you're going to see the reason why I resized it. Like I mentioned, when it's resized, if you view this, if I was able to flip this in 3D, this rectangle, it would look like this. Okay, it's like when you open a window, when you look it from a half opened window from the front view, it looks like this. It's not that it's been skewed or it's been distorted, it's just that the perspective from looking at it from the front, it looks like this. So to give it that illusion, all I did was take the original rectangle and then now change the side dimensions, okay, and to give it like a side view. And then I duplicated it and then I flipped horizontally. Okay, so the two of them look like this. Oh, these are icons, sorry. So it looks like this. So if this no, actually it's this way around. It's this way, yes. My bad. So if this rectangle, okay, is rotated and pushed back, it will look like this. Okay, so that's the idea. If you understand like 3D, if you also, let's say your palm, you flip it, on the side, it will look like this in a way, okay, which shows that there's distance between it and it's also far. It gives that illusion, okay, which is how I was able to make now this illusion where they look like they are far, not far. As you can see, it's like behind it. It's like in a shelf, but it's behind it. So that's that. So I made those two, and then I made them variables, components. But before that, now let's come to the important part here. It's now the video. This, like I said, is not an image, but it's a video. Okay, so I got the video from Unsplash. As you can see, it's a video and it's playing here. So I just added it, and then I added a linear gradient from the bottom to the mid section of the video, so that these icons at the bottom are accessible. So in case the image or the video that's playing here is too white, let's assume it's whitish, you can still see the icons. Let me give it 100. See, you can still see the icons even if the video is very bright. Okay, so that gradient was for accessibility. Okay, so that is that video. And then before I go to this other video, the setting for this video here is autoplay. Okay, autoplay, and it's looped. Okay, so autoplay means the moment you see it, it starts playing. I don't have to tap on anything for it to play. Of course, I can add that setting, but for this tutorial, I thought autoplay was best, because that's how YouTube Short works. You don't have to tap play for it to play. It automatically plays. Same thing with TikTok. So that's why it's on autoplay. And then it's looped. The reason why it's loop is because this is a very short video. It's, I think, 5 seconds. Yeah, it's around 5 seconds. As you can see, it's around, okay, like 10 seconds. So instead of it playing 10 seconds and stopping, I've made it to loop. So after 10 seconds, it starts playing. Okay, so after 10 seconds it starts playing, so it gives the illusion that it's a longer video. And yeah, so those are the settings. And then now here, the same exact video I used is the same video I used on this now side panel, so this side previous and after videos. Okay, the same exact video, the same one. The setting is also not autoplay, but it's also not loop, and there's no sound. It's also not supposed to have sound. Why is it not on autoplay and why is it not on loop? Because if you look at these videos here, they're not playing. So if they're only playing when I tap on them. So this one paused and that one paused, okay, and also that paused. It paused, so it's not auto playing. So it's only one video that's playing at a time. Reason being is, one, for distraction, so that we have all focus on the main video. These other videos are on pause so that you focus on this. And also, if they start playing, it might trigger your play history, and so it might assume that you actually watched the video. So, but the main reason is, since we just want it to play, to focus on one video and focus to be on one video, that's why it's playing. These other ones are on pause. Okay, another thing is, as you can see, it has like a dark overlay. It also has the linear overlay, the same linear overlay I used here, but it's not necessarily a need here to have it, but since it's there, it's okay. However, these two shades are important. Why? Because they show history. Okay, when it's desaturated or when it's black and white, it gives the illusion that they're not played and there are previous videos or videos you're going to play after. Okay, so unless you want to play them, I was thinking of adding a hover effect where if you hover, they turn to the colors and they start playing, but it was a bit distracting, so that's why I added the dark effect. So that just shows you that this video is not active, this video is not active, this video is not active. It's only active when you scroll on it and you view it. Okay, so that's good to add. Another thing is, if you notice, the dark background turns the image into black and white. Okay, and that is intentional, and I did that by, I think if I'm not wrong, no, I think I added a blending mode. Yes, I added a blending mode, and the blending mode here, the color is 100% black, and the blending mode is saturation, meaning it will be black and white. But watch, when it's not black and white, when it's normal, it's pure dark. So, and if it's pure dark, when you reduce the opacity, it's still colored, and that's not what I wanted. So what I wanted was it to be dark but also black and white. So what I did is, that's why I added the saturation and then 100%. When you add 100%, it makes it black and white. Another one is color. You can use this blending mode color, it will work the same. Okay, so yeah, so now we have an idea of how these two work. So you create a side panel for previous videos. Previous videos, you create a variable for them, variant, I guess, and then after videos you create a variant for them, and then the main video, it has its own variant. Now there's something else I didn't show you. You might not have seen it. It's not easy to see, but if I add here, yes, if I put a white background, as you can notice, as you can see, or as you notice, there's a dark shadow on this main image, the video, the active video. There's a dark shadow, and that dark shadow is right here. It's not visibly noticeable, but it is there to give, if you notice, there's like a tiny dark area here, and that is to create depth between the active video and the previous video and the next video. So it just gives it a little bit of depth between the two. Not noticeable, it's subtle, but yeah, it definitely is there if you have a keen eye. Also, another thing, I don't know if you noticed, there's a tiny reflection on each thumbnail or on each video, and that is also, I added it. If you look at the inspiration here, these videos, these thumbnails here, they have a reflection, kinda, okay? And the illusion is that it gives the illusion that they're actually on a flat surface. So it's like they are an actual 3D area where they're placed, and you can see them from an angle, okay? So, which is really cool. So what I did, I also added a tiny reflection at the bottom of each thumbnail. How did I do that? I did not create a reflection in terms of images. Like here you can see it's an actual image reflection. Instead, I made a highlight. So if you click on this side view, there's this here. There's a duplicate of this rectangle, which is this one at the bottom. And if you look on the side, it has a linear overlay, and the linear overlay, it's a white overlay that goes from the middle, almost the edge of the bottom area of the rectangle till the edge, the end kabisa, or the borders, the rectangle, okay? And that gives it this illusion. Let me show you. Let me change the color to black. Might not be visible now, but it looks like this if I put 100%. So it is a fading gradient, white gradient, that's on this thumbnail, which gives it that illusion that the image is being reflected. Okay, so it's the same shape reversed, placed downwards, no video, nothing, just a white gradient, linear gradient that is white, and it starts fading from the edges, okay, not the edges, the bottom of the page. So right, so now we have that, right? So 20. So with those two we have our reflection. And even the main page here, the main video has its own reflection. So it looks like all these videos are placed on a flat surface and you're just flipping through them. Okay, you're flipping through them. Now let's go to now the actual video. So after making this three, what are they called, these three dimensions or illusions, I made them as components. I created them as components, and each of them was a variant. Yes, now it's a variant. Okay, so this is the active video, and then this is the right, and then this is the left. Okay, so this is the left, this is the right. So if I do put them here, there's that, then there's that. Okay, so for each of these videos, for all of these three videos, all of them, it's just one component with a video with shapes with a shape that has three angles. Sorry. Okay, there's the side angle, two of them, and then there's now the front facing angle. Okay, which is this. So for each of these videos, all I had to do is now I'll just come here and add a video. For this one, I came here and added, not image, but I chose a video. I selected from my let me try to add another video actually. Okay, alright. There you go. So that's the video. I've added the video. I added a tiny bit of a radius on the side, and then I came here, I added the loop, and then I muted it. Okay, so that's the first side of the component. Then again came back, and on the right side again, same thing, remove. Came here and I added same video. There's this white, remove it for transparency, and then again left, I added the video. Right, so it's the same video but on different angles. Okay, same video, different angle, same video, different angle, so that when it's moving from active to previous, or the previous video, it doesn't change much. Okay, so that's the whole thing. So I added them here, all of them, and then another trick is for me to add this perspective of each video. I just resized. So this is resized. This is the original one looked like, let me see, reset all changes. It was this big. As you can see, it was this big. So it was this big. So I just came and resized it. Just tap K on your keyboard and I resized it. And then I placed it individually on each. So send backward. Okay, send back. Not back, send pushing backward. Right, so that's what I did for each. So this is resized, this is also resized, this is resized, this is resized, this is also resized. All of these are resized to give that perspective illusion. So from small, smaller, smallest to now the smallest. Okay, big, small, smaller, smallest, like that. So there's nothing complicated about that, it's just to give it an illusion. Then after I did that, now this is where the prototyping starts, the animation. I duplicated the exact, so control, let me do it here, paste it here, and then I duplicated it. So once I duplicated it, so let's say I've duplicated this one, I push it to the right side, to the left side, because now, why did I do that? Sorry. Once, if we want to view this video, this lady, this one has to come here on the left side for this to be here as the active. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to push this. So the first one, sorry, this one is going to be on this position. So we're going to push it there, and I'm going to hit K, and I want to resize it to the size of this other one. Nice, so that is right there. And then the one that was behind it, this one, we're going to minimize it. Let me see if it works. Minimize it and then push it inside. Then the previous one, also minimize it and then push it inside, and then hide them. Okay, and then this one is going to come here, and then remember how we had the 3 sides of the video. So what I did is, because we have the 3 sides of it, so we're going to put it on skewed. This is how I named it. I named it as skewed and reversed. Right, so it's like that. It's reversed. Okay, and then we're going to take this and we're going to push it here at the middle. Of course, you have now, when I was doing it, I was very careful with the position of each frame. Okay, so when you're also doing it, make sure that each frame aligns perfectly with where the previous frame was. So if this one is coming here, you have to make sure that the y-axis is the same with this, the x-axis is the same with this. You can use a guide to help you, but I was using the y and x axis. Okay, also you have to make sure that the size is correct. This one, as you can see, the height is 749 pixels and this one is 678. So this one here, when it's on this position, it's supposed to be again 678. This is supposed to be 678 when it's on this position, and then this the size of it should be the size of this one, which is 603. So just make sure you have that in mind. But for the sake of this tutorial, we're going to estimate them with the eyes. But when you're doing them, just do them with correct dimension. So remember, I created 3 variants. So all I have to do is that, and I'm going to put it right there. Now, as you can see, my video turned, it did not change to the original one, the one that was there. So all I'll have to do is change it. So come to the original video and choose it and change it. Right, great. So now we have it right there. And make sure this video is in the front page, not front page, in the front, the top layer. Yeah, so that this one is behind it, it's not overlapping, but it's behind it, so it's on top of this one. So this other one, we're going to push it here, and remember the size of this one. So we're going to take the size of this one. I'm going to hit K on my keyboard and copy this side, the height of that one, and then come here again, paste it here, and automatically now the size is the same with this one. I'm also going to copy the Y and X axis. Here it's 122.7, so copy it, paste it here, the X axis, and then the Y axis is Y223, again Y axis Y223, same, it's just there. So theoretically, the position of this and the size of this thumbnail is the exact with this one. Okay, if everything we did was accurate. If you notice, the thumbnail is a bit dark, it's darker than this one, so I'm going to lighten it. How I'm going to do that is I'm going to go to my blending modes, to my overlays, and reduce the overlay, so it's around 16, or I think that's enough, 8. Also this one right here, reduce it to 8. Great. Now it's slightly visible, it's more visible, but it's also not okay. 8 is a bit too much. It's visible but also not distracting. So we're also going to do the same with this one, the previous video. So drag it to where this video was, this one, and if you want to know where it was, first of all, let's change its size. The size of this video is, click on K, and here is the size, it's 603. So come here and again click K, and it's 603, and paste it there. Great, now we have that video. Yes, that's the size. And now the position, the Y axis, the X axis 147, copy it, paste it. Okay, it's on the same size. The Y axis is 261, again paste it here, 261, same size. Okay, so we were good to go. So theoretically, this means that this image right here, or this thumbnail right here, is on the same position as where its predecessor was. Okay, so what we're also going to do is add a bit of darkness, just to give it depth, that it's far. Okay, yeah, so like that one. And then this one here, we're going to add, to increase its size just a tiny little bit. there. Of course, this one also has to be the same size with this one. So 293, again 293, and then same with this one. Okay, so they're on the same axis. So again, increase the darkness to give it depth. Right. Nice. So now we have two frames, identical but different thumbnail position and thumbnail size. Remember, this was the active on the first slide. Now it is the previous one. Okay, and it has moved from the active to now the right side. Symbolize that it's a history, you've watched it already. And then this was the previous, it was the upcoming video, the next video, and here it's the active video. And this was the video behind the upcoming video. Okay, and now it is now the next video or the upcoming video. So this is the history. This is the history. This is now the videos you've not watched. I hope that makes sense. So now let's prototype them. Prototyping is very easy. I'm going to tap on this video here. If I want to view this video, I'm going to tap on it and come here, and as you can see, it had already been prototyped. So the setting is on click, smart animate, okay, gentle, okay, and then the animation, the timing or the timing is 800 milliseconds, like that. Okay, and then I'm going to click on this, and then I'm going to hit command, click on this on the side, command C, and I'm gonna copy that effect, that prototype, and I'm going to use it here again, so that when someone clicks on this thumbnail, it takes them back to the previous video. So this one takes them to the next video, this one takes them to the previous video. So I'm going to tap on the video and then hit command V, control V. So I've pasted that prototype animation, but come back again, change the frame. So previously it was going to this slide, but now it's going to this previous slide. So I also want to stop this ones to remove. Great. Remove this. Remove. This one also, remove it. Alright, great. So we don't have anything. Let me remove this ones. Great, so Control V, that goes there, and then Control V, this goes there. So let's see if it works. So tap on it and let's see the preview. shift space, let it load. Let's see if it will work. Great, it's working. So the video is auto playing, which is great. Okay, we don't have to tap on the play button. That's great. So let's see if I can tap on the next video. Great, awesome. Yes, also the next video is playing. So let's see if I can go backward. Yes, forward, yes, back, forward. Great. Now I also want you to notice when we resized each frame, do you see the illusion, or the illusion that it makes, that the thumbnails are moving forward? You see, it's like they're moving forward, they're growing, they're morphing, and they're growing, showing that they're moving in distance. So that is why we did the resizing of the thumbnails, and also the position and the scale. Okay, so we did that. So I'm not gonna go through each frame. So the next frame, you'll just duplicate it, and then you're going to move this here again, and then make it reversed, and then change the video to the one that was playing, then come here, and then come here, then again make it active, place it on the exact position where this one is, and then again move this one where this is, and then resize it, and so on and so forth. So you're going to do that to all the slides that you want to show the videos for. Okay, in my case here I had 6 slides, so we went from this one to this one. So these 2 I've shown you, and then there's this one, which was the previous one, which was this one again, is now the active one, and then again the next one, like that till this one. Okay, so you can do that on your own. Another thing I want to show you is that you can also use this icons to go back and forth. So the arrow icon is very simple. This icon that shows previous is just linked to the previous slide. Okay, so that previous slide, you just link it there, and the animation is gentle, and it's 600. And then the next arrow is showing the next slide, so you just add it. There's nothing complicated about that. That was it. There was also this one here, which is now full screen. The full screen idea is simple, so let me use this one. All I did was take this main page, Shift Command B, right? No, Command B, no, okay. Remove it as a component. Detach it as a component. How do I do it? Yes, exactly. Shift Option B. Sorry, my bad. Shift Option B. So I've detached it as a component. These other ones, first of all, these other ones, this one and this one and this one and this one, I just removed the visibility, and I think there's one here. So here, tap on that I button, and now they're blocked, or they're hidden. Not blocked, hidden. So I also hid this one, and I also hid this other one, and this other one here. So now, and this text here, but I'll show you something. So after hiding them, I made this arrows, I put them closer. and I did that by reducing the distance between them. So I reduce the distance again. Let me reduce it. Yeah, and put them at the center. So why did I detach them as components? So that here I can now, because if you look at the effect here, I want you to watch what happens to these icons. Did you see that? Did you see what happened? So these icons, not only did they fade out, but they also they're like sliding down. Okay, they're sliding down as they're fading. Okay, and also these ones are moving. They're like getting closer to each other. And also another thing is that this text down here is also fading down as it's sliding down. It's a very subtle slide. You can't really see it if you're not keen, but it's there. So that's why I detached it, and I detached it so that I'm able to like change the position of these icons, and that's simply by changing the y-axis. So I dragged it down a bit, and then that was enough. Then reduce the that's not enough. Dragged it there, reduce the opacity to 0. Also this text icon, dragged it down and then reduce the opacity to 0. Okay, and now we have an empty screen. So now we're going to increase its scale, its size. So I'm going to do this to right there. Exactly. Let me see. Okay. Yes, so it's like that. So it's like this. And then I added a mask. There's a mask here on the background here. There's like a mask, and the mask is to like hide all these other UI elements. So I came here and looked for my mask. Where are you, mask? Where are you, Mr. Mask? Front. Oops, my bad. I was using the wrong. I was on the wrong frame. Yes, so this is the mask. Come here and hide all these other UI elements. Hide them completely. This one, make it 0. Right, so we have our mask. Right there, and then lock it. So there it is. So this is the full screen. So hopefully if I tap this full screen, it will morph into this. Let's see if it will work. So take it there. Let me see the so I'm going to copy this, that's prototype, paste it here. Good. Then change the arrow to this one. So I've copied the effect animation setting from this one to this one, so I don't have to like again manually add all the settings. Let's see if it works. Click preview, and then if I tap this, yes, it works. Okay, yes, it works. So I'm going to add here this minimize button here, and this minimize button is to reset it to now, or to now the default look where you have this whole library. So again, already this reset button, minimize button had its settings, which is ease out 300, so which is great. I'm not gonna mess with that, so I just take the arrow and point it to the original video, meaning if I tap on minimize, it should take me to this default page. So let's see it in reality. So full screen, great. Minimize, awesome. Also this back and forth buttons are working. Yes, so they should be working. Yeah. I don't know why that happened, but yeah, you got the idea. So that's working, that is working. So yeah, that's all it. The rest is just simple UI. Like this one, there's really not much technicality. There's no technicality here, nothing complex, just an icon with text, an icon with text, an icon with text, and that's it. I thought of also prototyping this button, so when you hit the like, it like pops, but I didn't have time for that. If you have time, you can also play with the text UI here, which I did. I made like 3 of them, 4 different variants, so to look like you look here, they're changing. So it's like this text is changing, so it's changing, it's changing, it's changing, it's changing. It's not necessary, but yeah, you can add them, and then for each active video you change. So that's it. That's pretty much it. If you want this tutorial, this file, I can share it with you. Just comment or DM me. I can share it with you this file, and you can go through it and play with it. Thank you. I hope that tutorial was useful. Bye.